Who else has a question?
Can I go back to the financial piece again, the payment piece?
Amy's the accountant for the company.
Sorry.
Love it.
Well, I am an Airbnb host, so
Oh, you are? Cool.
yeah. So I have a little bit of knowledge with some of this, but I think you answered this, but I'm just trying to clarify. So basically, it would be very similar to Airbnb, where the person who's hosting, let's see, pays a little bit to you, and the person who's buying pays a little bit to you.
That's incorrect.
I'm sorry?
It's incorrect.
It's incorrect. Okay, so how does it work again then?
So hosting on Plago for hosts is always free up front.
Okay.
So whatever it is that you want to do, when you go to register as a host and you're an individual, not a group or a business, you can pick one of three types. You can do a free activity. You can post an activity that is where it's a paid activity with costs, a paid activity without costs. Okay, those three things. Okay. I won't take a lot of time going into this, but essentially what it is you can draw a distinction. You can say, I'm going to get people to come to my yoga class. They're going to bring their own pads. They're going to bring their own stuff. I don't have any costs here. It's just going to pay their 10 or 20 bucks or whatever. On the other hand, if I'm putting a brewery tour together where I have my costs include things like shuttle bus, flights that I'm paying for, and all of a sudden I'm charging people $100, but my cost is $40. Mm-hmm. We don't take a transaction fee on the $100. We take a transaction fee on the $60 after that $40 is paid.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the time that as a host you're going to want to understand that, and obviously one of the things that our support specialists will be doing, people like myself, is we will be dealing with hosts and helping them to understand how to create successful activities and post them.
Okay.
You got that, Amy?
I think so.
You know, it's interesting, this Chris Sachs, the guy that's a musician, it was really interesting. He goes, do you want me? I mean, he was so excited about this because he goes, we really need something like this. Everything gets lost in Facebook. He liked the term, the one place to go, you're looking for places to go. And he said, can I take a Plago sticker or whatever, like put it on the band and mention Plago and tell people to download the app? And what these guys, I think it's interesting to hear that these guys are willing to do that. They want this to happen, and I thought it was real. The response has been great. I really think it has been.
Well, to a certain degree too. And
we haven't talked a lot about a better way to promote, is what he said. We
haven't talked a lot about the pop-up culture, which overlays the shared economy culture. So if my son lives in Oregon, a school bus. I'm not kidding you. He plays banjos and guitars and all that. And he wants to do Plago because he'll do a pop-up where he might say to his area, come on down and we're just going to have a little drum circle jam session, whatever, a bunch of young little hippie types getting together. But I'm charging everybody $20 just because this is a pain in the ass, pardon my French. And he thinks he can make money doing that. It's just little pop-up concerts. And I say, fine, do it, brother.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things to different people. But I don't know, because some of you guys got in late, like Allie and John and Steve. Do you guys have any questions? Allie?
I do a little bit later on. I missed quite a lot of it, so I know there's a couple things I'll probably have to speak with Eric about. I was telling him when we spoke on the phone the other day, I know there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of ideas I kind of have going on with what's in Charlotte, because I know there's small apps that are kind of like what's going on, but in a much smaller aspect here. For instance, where you pay a certain amount and then you can go to, there's a bunch of different types of workouts that you can do in Charlotte, and you pay X amount to go to one, but you get credits to go to each one. So I think it's kind of along the same lines, if I'm understanding it correctly, but just in a much smaller view of what you're actually doing, correct?
Sort of. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's, like I said, there's a lot of ideas I kind of have going on, but I kind of need to play a little bit of catch up here. So there'll be a lot of questions I'll probably have a little bit later on.
Thank you, John.
Excellent.
We You know, it's not like a meetup either. There's nothing to join. There's nothing like that. So we get that question. Anyway, so we ought to probably maybe wrap this up. It's getting to that hour point.
Hey, Jim, let me say one thing.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So we've talked about it before, but I just wanted to let everybody know one of my thoughts, and that is that every time you go somewhere, do something, see something, see other activities, and invariably the following day when you tell people, hey, I was over here, I went to listen to this great music, or I saw this a turtle release or something, and what's the usual reaction? Oh, I wish I knew about that. I would have gone.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So they won't have that excuse anymore.
That's so true.
And maybe if you could just take 30 seconds and just go through the timeline, because I don't think we hit on that as far as, you know, when the soft launch and when the hard launch is expected to happen.
And training.
I can address that. Thanks, Tom. Right now, we're in our beta plus phase for approximately another 6 weeks. And then on September 1st, plus or minus, we will go into our soft launch. And then November 1st, we will do our hard launch. And the difference is the app will be published in the, the analogy I use is sometimes if you open a retail store, you don't have your grand opening until you've gotten some of the bugs out for a month or so. So our grand opening is going to be November 1st or at hopefully the latest December 1st. We want to get some of these regions activated so that we can really get some of the platform bugs out, not to mention the app. Because
when you think about it, that's a good point there, Dan. I don't mean to interrupt you, but like we've got from Key West covered all the way up on the East Coast. I mean, we've really got it covered. I mean, we've got Key West, Raleigh, hopefully Charlotte, soon. We've got the DC area, the Delaware Beaches area, which includes Ocean City, and we have up north of New York City. So, those things will start filling.
Marty's doing, Jim, Chris Marty will join, but he's in Rhode Island.
Okay.
oh wow,
Yeah, Chris is a real successful young man, I'll tell you.
Newport Beach. Wow. Yeah. Awesome.
Incredible kid. Anyway, no, that's cool. Anyway, so hey, I just can't thank you guys all enough for taking the time. I really can't. I appreciate
Thank you very
it
much.
very much. We really do appreciate it. So,
Great stuff.
all right, thanks, guys. Thank you.
All righty. Take care now, everybody.
Have a
Bye.
good day.
Talk soon.
Hope to talk to you all soon. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.